What's up, everybody? Trayvon here with Scent Talk TV, and today I will be doing a first impression on two fragrances that I got from my local Burlington. But before I get into those two fragrances, I got a problem. I didn't say that I was going to go on a little hiatus from fragrances and going to the rack stores, seeing what they got, and buying things. But it's hard. This fragrance addiction has to be studied. Now, I know I am not the only person that has these issues, but it's a process. It's a process that's gonna keep on processing until I get it together. If you guys are in the same boat as me, I'm rooting for you. Root for me. But until then, I'm gonna keep on buying. See, I'm already messing up. I just said I'm gonna keep on buying fragrances. Oh my goodness. But I'm talking too much. Without further ado, let's just jump into it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna start off with this one from the house of French Avenue. This is Vulcan, or however you want to pronounce it. Black Friday. There you go. This fragrance here ran me 40 bucks and some change. Here is the bottle. The bottle looks pretty good. Very sinister looking though, but I do like the bottle. Okay, let's go. Ooh, wee. Ooh, that's loud. Mm-hmm. 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 I get a woodsy, slightly detecting a little bit of oud. Woodsy, masculine, rosy, yet a smooth candy-like sweetness underneath that masculine rose though. And the woods that I'm detecting out of this one. Yo, I love rose, and this is right up my alley. If the rose transitions beautifully through the mid and the base of this fragrance, this is one of my top 5 or my top 10 at least, because rose, I'm a sucker for it. That rosy accord that I'm getting is turning into some type of rosy leathery accord as well. Kind of dark. The rose is a kind of dark, it's getting a little bit darker. The rose, the floral note of, when it comes to that rose, is getting a little bit darker, as well as that leather note that I'm detecting, as it dries down on my skin. Also, as it dries down on my skin, it's starting to get a little bit more sweeter. Still maintaining that rosy accord though, but the leather accord that I get is masculine, but it's not too aggressive. It's not too like in your face, invasive. It's not like trying to get attention, it's chill. But at the same time, like the main player of this fragrance to me is that rose that's inside of here. But that leather and that rose combo works pretty well to me, on my skin at least. It works pretty well. I'm also getting and detecting like an accord that's kind of powdery as well. It's slightly powdery accord as well. Leather, rose, a little bit of a powdery accord, some woods as well. Kind of comes off as a little bit of a oudy type of a wood, but that's all that I get out of here. The notes is unknown. I don't know what all the notes is that's inside of here. Also, candy-like sweetness like underneath all those accords. So, do I like this? Yes, indeed. Will I be getting a full wearing out of this? Yes, indeed. Full review worthy? Yes, indeed. So, let's get to the other one. Okay, from the house of Rayhaan, we have Rayhaan's Obsidian, if I pronounced that right. Here you go. This fragrance here ran me $35 and some change. And here you go. Here is the bottle. Man, another black bottle. Another black gorgeous bottle. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it at all. Let's go. Mmm. 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 Wait a minute. Hold up. Hold up. It's a note, a chord that just slapped me so aggressively in the face, in the nostrils, that kind of turned me off a lot. But I know this fragrance house has potential. Let me just wow. Let me just give it some time because it threw me off a lot. What I heard that this is supposed to be a dupe of Dior Homme Parfum 2025, but I have smelled Dior Homme Parfum 2025 when it was released. I went to Macy's and sprayed a tester on myself. Smells really, really good. For people saying that this is associated with that, I don't know, man. Yes, it has that typical lipsticky iris. It also has that, that sweet, smooth, like vanilla-like accord that you get, in the original, well, the 2025 release, that is. Haven't smelled any type of, variations of that fragrance in the past, but only the 2025 version. So I can't really compare those to this one. But from what I smelled at Macy's, the 2025 version, compared to this one, I would say so far that the 2025 version is a lot better than this one. It's a nice attempt, but it's something in this fragrance. It's an accord or a note in this fragrance that I do not like, that I feel that is throwing this fragrance completely off in terms of the attempt of trying to dupe 2025 or Dior Homme Parfum. Let me tell you guys and describe the note or accord that is throwing me off. It's like this animalic, sharp, screechy type of accord that is dusty and like very sharp and just bold, and it's like overshadowing what this fragrance could potentially be to my nose. To be fair, I do like this fragrance for what it is, but it's that note that is just, it's throwing me off, man. That whatever that accord or that note is that is giving that accord that I just do not like, it's throwing this fragrance off a lot. Now, that might be disappointing to some of you that do like this, but I don't know, man. Also, to be fair, as this being a standalone fragrance by itself, it's cool, you know what I'm saying? It's decent, but if you want to compare this to the 2025 version of, the Dior Homme Parfum, nah, man. The 2025 of Dior Homme Parfum is a lot better in my opinion. From the last time I smelled it, it is a lot better than this. I can only compare this to Dior Homme 2025 because I haven't smelled the other variations. So I can only compare it to that one. And in my opinion, the original is better than this one. Like I said, I do like it. It's just that, man, I wanted to like this a whole lot better because I was kind of hyped based off of what I saw people saying that this was what it was a dupe of. But just a little bit below my expectations. That's all, I guess. But let's go back to this one. Ladies and gentlemen, a very beautiful leathery rose fragrance with a soft candy-like sweetness that's hanging in the background, chilling, doing its thing. and a slight woody accord as well. This is what I'm getting first impressions. It could change when I give it a full wearing. But so far, this is what I'm getting, and it smells magnificent, ladies and gentlemen. It's a keeper. Okay, now back to this one. This one, that accord that I was telling you that I did not like, it actually dissipated a lot. And the true potential that I think that this fragrance has is starting to show up a little bit more. And that accord is going further and further and further in the back of this fragrance where it belongs. It doesn't really need to be there, to be honest with you. But it's starting to become a little bit more pleasant to me, to the point where I want to keep it. You know, I'm gonna give it a chance, you know what I mean? You know, maybe if I let it macerate or something like that, I'll sit there and give it a chance, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna write it off like that. I don't think it deserves that type of treatment. I don't think it deserves that type of energy. So I'm gonna give it a chance. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you 2 solid pickups. Just that this one almost went back to Burlington, but I give fragrances a chance to see if it transforms into something beautiful. But this one, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. I like this so much due to the fact that I'm a fan of rose and leather. I will say leather too, but not more so when it comes to rose, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, like I said, man, I got a problem. I'm trying to fix that problem. I'm trying to behave myself when it comes to these rack stores, but these rack stores just keep on blessing us, the fragrance community, at least in my area, blessing me with so many different finds and pickups that I could not resist on not picking up. So I got to do my thing. I got to get these hitters. I got to hit these bangers so I can present them to you lovely people. So that's all that I have for Scent Talk TV, ladies and gentlemen. And as always, you know what to do. You got to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything. And I will see you guys in the next video, of course. Be safe out there and be blessed. And have a good one. I'm out of here. Peace.